Alright guys, here we go once again. Hello everyone, Andrew here, checking in from Hungary, from the heart of Europe. And I have a first impressions video for you guys that I might not finish just today because it's quite late and I will have some further duties soon. But I wanted to record at least the first part of it. And if you don't know what I'm showing you here, please check out my last video where I show you this beautiful Mac Baren Golden Blend stash that I found. And today I'm going to dig in. It's a burley blend. I think it's brown burleys and a bit of Golden Virginia. So fittingly, I use my Roma Lucite 7LA. I have a 320. This is not the 673. I have my 673, matches 860 limited edition. But you know, anything with burley, in memory of John Harden, I just smoke from a Roma Lucite. So here we go. This is the Golden Blend from Mac Baren. And sorry if the camera sways a bit. It's a bit windy, which is not really good for smoking a pipe, unfortunately. But hey, it is what it is. There we go. Beautiful blend. Tobacco stuck on the paper, even on the bottom, which is a good thing. It says it was not disturbed in a long time. There you go. And yeah, I will just take a bit into my hand. It's hard to even scrape it up. It was so dense, but it breaks in my hand just so easily. It was so dry. Alright, that's a good amount. Yeah, I don't even need to do my usual method of breaking up these flaky bits. And I'm curious how this will turn out. Just checking if everything is in frame. Alright, so because I don't know how old this is. This is probably decades old. I mean 20, 30 years, whatever. The blend was launched in 1952 and I still don't know, of course, when this exact tin was made. I will try to figure it out, of course. So I'll put this back together, but if I rehydrate it, I will move it to a jar. And I just have a bit of plain milk with it. And some of you asked in my last video as well with my Instagram, these are kind of like these 8 deco tempers. This is not my favorite one. My favorite one is actually a longer one with a scoop on it. 8 deco, and this is a Karibi Mikazuki short pipe lighter. Let's see. First light is a bit harsher than expected. Alright, maybe I'll wait a bit with the relight. You know what? Maybe I don't need to rehydrate this. That's right. That's what I'm thinking for the first light so far, at least. And it is mild. It is mild mellow, like it says on the tin. I mean, after some years, you would expect, of course. I didn't check any reviews so far since Sutliff took over, or sorry, not Sutliff, STG took over. Also, tobaccoreviews.com. I can't reach it from where I live, from Hungary, so I either have to use VPN or have to use some AI, ChatGPT or whatever, to get the content. So I will check on the reviews, what people say about this. I just wanted to get into it completely fresh. It stays lit, quite nice. It was dry, of course. There's a bit of a wind here, which I do not like. It's, pipe smoking for me is kind of a, if everything has to fit. Yeah, everything has to be just right. You know what I mean? Like no wind, nice, nice, kind of chilly night or early morning. Winter is much nicer. Summer heat, I don't like to smoke in summer heat when it's humid. There's just a bit of breeze going on, which is okay. If there's a bit more wind, the tobacco just gets too hot, due to the wind in the bowl. And then tongue bite comes and everything else. But this is extremely nice. I'm just chooching on it, sipping, maybe way too fast, But it stays cool. The flavor comes through, that burley that is not that cigarette type of burley, that harsh burley, kind of what also John loved, that haunted bookshop. It was really not my thing. I used to send him a package of it, because that has for me that cigarette-y kind of strong tobacco-y taste. Not like Solani aged burley flake, which is just much nicer. That's my favorite burley blend. This is a mild burley. And on the current website of Mac Baren, it says that it was, it's from 1952, and it's brown burleys and golden Virginias. But the papers in these tins, they only say burley. And on the retro here, I do feel something sweet, but I always, I wonder when I read these things. I read the tin, I read the description, etc. When I always wonder if that changes my perception of the blend. You know what I mean? Like when I read the contents and then I smoke it, and then I attribute some things, thinking that, oh yeah, that is it. When in reality, if I didn't read the blend description, then I couldn't figure it out. So I'm not sure if I can feel the mellow burley here only, or I can feel a mixture of burleys and golden Virginias. But it's extremely pleasant. I need to dry out my tobaccos more. That's what I learned, you know. This is bone dry, and you would feel that. I mean, if you're a rookie, you would think that smokes hotter than if it's a bit wet, but actually no. You know, I love my 320s. I'm not a clencher, you know. I hold the pipes like this, and I like that it just fits the palm, and it heats the palm as well in winter time. And this one I cannot feel any heat throughout. When other blends, you know, in this at this stage of smoking, I smoke this for what, for 5-10 minutes. If I love a blend, I start to sip on it faster and faster, and I obviously feel that it's too hot, I shouldn't, so I put it down to just wait. But this one seems like it's, even though I smoke on it too fast, obviously, this just stays cool. And it might not be, of course, because of vintage Mac Baren or whatever fancy, you know. I'm not talking about that type of snobbery here. I'm just speaking my mind. It could be probably that it's bone dry. So I always learn, you know. You always learn. I mean, come on, guys. You all smoked tobacco that is not dry enough. So that's a lesson learned. It's quite nice. It has a kind of, I'm almost afraid to say, but kind of a perique note in the retro here. That kind of salami type of taste, which Hungarians know very well. And I had a video up. You know, I took down a lot of my videos where I was showing my face, and I was, you know, getting into, actually a lot of my opinions changed a bit. So I took that video down when I was smoking Perique straight, and I still have a lot of straight Perique from McClelland in the cellar, and there I was so talking about this salami, meaty, umami kind of taste. And sometimes, just for a pinch on retro hill, I get that. Only if you blow through the nose, though. Alright, so I think my daughter is coming home soon, guys. I will enjoy this bowl, and I will let you know how it turned out. If you want to join, of course, as usual, you know, sub. You can follow me on Instagram as well. Yeah, see you in the next one, right? And I will tell you more about Golden Blend. See you guys. Bye bye.